Hello friends, I am Atul Tuli. I welcome you in our YouTube channel Sumas Evolution Classes. In this video, I will explain the quality control of tablets. Quality control tests are refers to produce a set of steps taken during the manufacturing of a product to ensure that it meets a requirement. Quality control is the monitoring process through which manufacturer measures actual quality performance and compares it with standards and find out the causes of the deviation from standards to ensure quality and product not once every time. Unofficial tests includes here are appearance, size and shape and hardness. The official test includes friability, weight variation, content uniformity, dissolution test, disintegration test. In-process quality control tests for the tablets differ for coated and uncoated tablets. For coated tablets, these tests are appearance, dimensions, adhesion test, resistance to abrasion. And for uncoated tablets, the tests are appearance and dimensions only. Let us talk more about tests for the coated tablets. These are the tests which conducted when the tablet is under process. And the appearance test, the tablet should be free from cracks, depressions and pinholes, etc. In the dimension test, the dimension of the tablets are its thickness and its diameter. They are measured vary by using digital vernier calipers or screw gauges. Similarly, the adhesion test, this measured by using the tensile strength testers, the force required to peel the film from the tablet surface and is measured for the resistance to the abrasion. In this test, the ability of the coating to remain stuck to the tablet surface is tested and is any defect in the formulation of coating can be tested. Similarly, now in case of uncoated tablets, the major parameters are its appearance, which should be free from cracks, depressions, pinholes, etc. Color and polish of the tablet should be uniform on whole surface. There should be no sign of coating. Surface should be smooth. Now we will be studying about the testing for dimensions of the tablet. The dimension of the tablet's thickness and diameters are measured by using digital vernier calipers and screw gauges. You can see their images on the slide right now. Now let us talk about hardness test. It is defined as the crushing strength of the tablet or force required to break a tablet across the diameter. Hardness of the tablet is the indication of strength. Why do we hardness test for tablets? Answer is that tablet should be stable to mechanical strength and transportation. Degree of the hardness varies with the different manufacturer and for different tablets. It is a very valuable test which influences the tablet dissolution and disintegration depending upon the type and concentration of the binding agent. Example of the binding agents are acacia mucilage, starch paste, sugar. The force is measured in kilograms and hardness of the about tablet is 4 kg and considered for the satisfactory for uncoated tablets. Various types of hardness testers used are Monsanto tester. In this tester, the test tablet is placed across the spindle and the anvil and hold in the position. The reading of the pointer is adjusted to 0. Pointer is slightly increased to break the tablet. Similarly, Pfizer tablet works on the mechanical principle. As a pair of pliers in using this tester, tablet is compressed between holding anvil and a piston is connected to the direct force which causes the reading on a gauge. Same Arveka tester is used on the place of the lower tablet. The tablet is adjusted to the anvil and tablet just touches the upper anvil, the force is applied. The Schillinger tablet or tester operates in the horizontal position. In this tester, an anvil is driven by an electric motor which passes through the constant load. it is important to note that all these testers do not produce same result for the same tablets. Now, let us talk about official limits of weight variation for the tablets. First of all, United States of Pharmacopoeia official limits are for the different tablets. If the weight of the tablet is less than 130 milligram or 130 milligram, it is 10%. If weight is 130 to 324 milligram, it is plus minus 7.5%. And if weight is more than 324 milligram, it is 5%. Similarly, weight limit for the BP is 80 milligram or less, plus minus 10%. And if the weight of the tablet is 80 milligram to 250 milligram, it is 7.5% plus minus. And if weight of the tablet is more than 250 milligram, it is plus minus 5%. Similarly, official limits are as given by the IP is, if the tablet is less than 80 milligram in weight, the limit is plus minus 10%. And if the weight of the tablet is 80 milligram to 250 milligram, the limit is plus minus 7.5%. And if the weight of the tablet is more than 250 milligram, the weight limit is plus minus 5%. Similarly, the next tests which are applied on the tablets are different type of the tests which are given in the form of the procedure, test procedure. The weight variation tests are hardness tests are randomly taken by 30 tablets. Every tablet in each batch should have the uniform weight. 20 tablets are weighed individually. Average weight is calculated from the individual weight of all the tablets. The individual weight is compared with average weight of the tablet. The percentage difference in the weight variation should be within the permissible limits of the pharmacopoeia. The percentage deviation is calculated by using the formula. As you see, the weight variation is equal to individual weight into minus average weight divided by the individual weight of the tablet multiplied by 100. It will give you the percentage weight variation. And the result of the tablets, if out of 20 tablets, 2 tablets deviates the limit, perform the test again on the remaining 10 tablets. And totally out of 30 tablets, if more than 2 tablets deviate the test, that batch passes the test. Next slide shows talk about the friability test. It is used to measure the strength of the tablet and measure the ability of the tablet to withstand mechanical shock and abrasion without crumbling during the handling of manufacturing, packaging, shipping and consumer use. The friability of tablet is indicated by chipping, capping or breaking. Friability is strictly adhered to coated tablets. Friability problem is encountered with thin tablets, large diameter tablets and granules which are excessively dried or the fine granules. As you can see in the image down in the slide, the extent of the friability is measured by using Roche friabilizer. It rotates at the speed of the 25 rpm while using for 10 tablets which are weighed collectively and placed in the chamber. And the friabilizer are exposed to rolling result from free fall of the tablets within the chamber. After 100 revolutions, or you can say 4 minutes of the rotation, the tablets were taken out the friabilizer and were again weighed collectively. The percentage friability is calculated by using the formula where the friability is W1 minus W2 divided by the 100. Thus, in this case, the W1 is the weight of the tablets before test and W2 is the weight of the tablets after test. Next topic is content uniformity test of the tablet. This test is applied to assure uniform potency for the tablets of low dosage drug. The test is applicable to tablets that contains 10 milligram or less of the weight or 10% of the weight by weight of the active ingredients. Procedure for the test is select 30 tablets randomly from the batch. At least test of them are assayed individually. Out of 10 tablets, 9 tablets must contain not less than 85% and not more than 115% of the labeled drug content. 10 tablets should contain 75 to 125% of the drug content. Results are evaluated as the batch passes the test. If there is any deviation, to perform the assay for 20 tablets. Out of 30 tablets, 3 tablets can be within 75 to 120 percentage and others should be within 85 to 115%. Next test applies is the disintegration test. First of all, it is the process of breakdown of the tablet into smaller particles or its granules. There is no correlation between dissolution and disintegration. Disintegration is a prerequisite for the dissolution, which you can see in the image. The disintegration test apparatus is shown in the slide. Let us talk more about the disintegration test apparatus. It has a basket track assembly. Basket has 6 cylinders which are 75 mm long and 21.5 mm in diameter. Thickness of the cylinder is 2 mm thick. Tubes are held vertically by 2 superimposed plastic plates 90 mm in diameter and 6.7 mm in thickness and have the perforation of size of the cylinders. Lower plate has woven stainless steel wire attachment. Upper plate is covered by the stainless steel disc with the 6 holes. Plates are held rigidly in the position and 77.5 mm apart at the metal rod in the periphery. Metal rod is fixed at the center or upper plate to enable the assembly to be attached to the device for raising and lowering it smoothly at the constant frequency of about 28 to 32 cycles per minute through a distance of 50 to 60 millimeter. The discs are also added to prevent the floating of tablets and to impart abrasion action to the tablet. Dimensions of the disc are 20.7 mm in diameter and 9.5 mm in thickness. They are made of the transparent plastic and pursed with the 5 holes, each 2 mm in diameter, 1 in center and 4 are equally spaced in the circle. Next slide you can see the optimal disintegration time for various types of the tablets. Coming now up to one of the most important parameters, that is the dissolution test. Dissolution is a process in which the solid substance solubilizes in a given solvent. In other words, it is a process by which the drug released from solid dosage form and immediately goes into molecular solution. Rate of drug absorption for the drug is often determined by the drug dissolution from the tablet. Here you can see the whole process flow chart employed for the dissolution testing as per the United States of the pharmacopoeia system. Now, the next slide is based on the sink or non-sink condition dissolution apparatus, which are classified as the closed compartments apparatus or open compartment apparatus. Types of the dissolution apparatus, officials are according to IP is type 1, you can say paddle apparatus, type 2 is the basket apparatus. According to British Pharmacopoeia, type 1 is the basket apparatus, type 2 is the paddle apparatus and type 3 is the flow through cell apparatus. Similarly, USP says type 1 rotating basket, type 2 paddle, type 3 reciprocating cylinder, type 4 the flow through cell, type 5 paddle over the disc and type 6 apparatus is rotating cylinder. The 7th one is the reciprocating disc. So, the different type of the apparatus. In the next slide, you can see the type 1 basket type of the dissolution apparatus. The design is a vessel which is made up of the borosilicate glass, hemispherical is with bottom, inner diameter is 98 to 106 mm and capacity of the bath is the 1000 mm. Height of the container is 160 mm to the 210 mm. The stainless steel is 360 grades. It rotates smoothly without the significant friction. Wobble is positioned in the axis not more than 2 mm from the vertical axis of the vessel and slide. Next you can see image of the basket with all its dimension in the slide. The next slide, basket stainless steel assembly with the 316 plus and number 22 mesh with the gold plating at a distance of 2 cm from the bottom. Water bath is maintained at 37 plus minus 0.5 degrees centigrade. Agitation speed of the apparatus is 100 rpm. Capsule tablets, delayed release tablets, suppository and floating process forms are applied. Type 2 is the paddle type design. The blade passes through the shaft so that bottom of the blade fuses with the bottom of the shaft. Stirring elements are made of the Teflon. The stainless steel 316 grade is used. Water bath is maintained at the temperature 37 plus minus degree centigrade. Sinkers are of the platinum wire. Agitation is done at the 50 to 75 rpm. The basket mesh size ranges from 10 to 80 can be used. Next slide, you can see dimension of the paddle type design here in this slide. Here is the image of the paddle type dissolution apparatus in the next slide. Then the type 3 reciprocating cylinder type design is given into the slide. The vessel used in the cylindrical flat bottom glass vessel. Agitation type is reciprocating, generally 5 to 35 rpm in speed. Volume of dissolution fluid is 200 to 250 ml. Water bath is maintained at about 37 degree centigrade. It is used in the extended release tablets like chloramphenicol tablet, chewable tablets like carbamazepine tablet. The next slide, you can see the image of the reciprocating cylinder type dissolution apparatus. In this slide, the type 4 flow through cell apparatus is shown. As the design, the reservoir for dissolution medium is the pump forces the dissolution medium through the cell and the sample holds through the rate of 10 to 100 ml per minute. Laminar flow is maintained by use the peristaltic or centrifugal pumps. Simply, the different type of the pumps are used. Water bath is maintained at 37 degrees centigrade. Next slide, you can see the image of the flow through cell type apparatus in this slide. Now, the type 5 is the paddle over type design. In this, the disc design sample holder comprises a disc assembly that holds the product in such a way that release surface is parallel with the paddle pad and the paddle is directly attached over the disc assembly. Samples are drawn away between the surface of the medium and top of the paddle blade. Volume of the container is 900 ml. Water bath is maintained at 32 degrees centigrade. And next one is the type 6 rotating cylinder design. Vessel in this place of the basket is cylindrical cylinder. It is made up of the stainless steel grade 316. Sample is mounted to the cuprofan. An entire system is adhered to the cylinder. Dosage unit is placed in the cylinder and released from the outside water bath, maintained at 37 degrees centigrade. It is used in the transdermal patches. The next slide shows the type 7 reciprocating disc system. In this, the vessel is flat bottom cylindrical vessel. Volume of the vessel is from 50 ml to 200 ml. Sample is placed on the disc shaped holders. Agitation may be reciprocation. Frequency is 30 cycles per minute and the water bath is maintained at about 37 degree centigrade. It is used in the transdermal formulation of transdermal patches. Next slide of the presentation is limits for the dissolution test. The dissolution testing and the interpretation can be done by the 3 stages, stage S1, stage 2, stage 3. In stage 1, 6 tablets were tested and are acceptable if all the tablets are not less than a quantity in the plus 5%. In stage 2, additional 6 tablets were tested. If all the average of 12 tablets is greater than or equal to quantity and not less than quantity minus 15%. And if the tablet failed the test, in stage 3, all the 24 tablets or should be equal of the quantity, and if more than 3 tablets, it should be not less than minus 15%. The conclusion of the presentation is quality control tests are done for the tablets in order to maintain quality of the batch and should be tested according to compendial standards. Here are a few standards which I have used into the presentation. That all, a brief account of the quality control tests of the tablet. If you enjoyed this video, please do like, and subscribe our channel Sumas Evolution Channel Classes, and for more interesting video stay tuned with our channels. Thank you.